Hey there, friends. I hope all of you are having a great day. I have finished a couple Christmas-themed golden books for you guys. I have such fun working with these golden books because I remember reading them to my children, and I think that it's just the sweetest little revisit because my kids are now 32 and almost 40. Oh, I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna take you guys through these, and I hope that my little camera holds out on my tablet because I just recorded another video, so let's keep our fingers crossed. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The spine is, to me, this reminds me of Tim Burton. You know, it's that swirly pattern. I did put ribbon right here along the edge to kind of hide the selvage edge. The closure is a reindeer, and this book is, let's see, the pictures are by Richard Scarry, which I thought was really neat. The story is by Robert L. May. This one is 1968. Yeah, 1968 right here. The 25th, the 25th printing, 1979. Here is a delightful version of the tale of Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, the little reindeer so well known in song and story. The book starts out with a vintage greeting card that features reindeers right here. Now, I don't see Rudolph, but I can just imagine that he's probably hunkering down in the back trying to hide his bright nose. This is a vintage greeting card, a bookmark for you guys. I really did try to load these down with elements that you can use to make other things. So make gift tags, greeting cards, gift enclosures, ATCs, art trading coins, mixed media minis, all kinds of things for you guys to play with. And of course the story is intact. Once there was a reindeer named Rudolph who lived at the North Pole in Toyland. Rudolph was younger and smaller than the other reindeer. They all have proud, tall antlers, and Rudolph's antlers were only tiny stubs. And worst of all, Rudolph had a nose that was big and bright red. It was so red it glowed in the dark. Another vintage card here, and of course we do see a reindeer here pulling Santa's sleigh, and a couple kids are along for the ride here. Stickers for you guys to play with, lots and lots and lots of paper, and cards that are intact. So, you know, if you want to use those. This is not a flow journal, friends, so things are not interchangeable. They don't come in and out, right? So everything is sewn into the spine here. More papers for you to play with. This is a little paper pad. Maybe you want to make a Christmas list on this. It's got Rudolph right here. I love the way his antlers are decorated with Christmas ornaments. I think that's so cute and clever. Tags, beautiful papers. Another reindeer here that says Happy Holidays. Like I said, just tons of things for you guys to play with. The book itself is just beautiful. It is, I used a lot of sparkle, a lot of shimmer, a lot of shine, a lot of glitter on these cards. I know I've told you guys this before, but every time I see a card like this that has glitter on it, I think about Mom. And when you guys send me cards, and thank you so much for doing that, I always dig through. And right now, my mama is getting some of your greeting cards, some of your Christmas greeting cards. And I know it's August, but she enjoys the glitter on these cards. So I'm routinely sending her the cards that you guys have gifted me with. Thank you so much. Another beautiful Santa. This is an old-fashioned Santa. He is not dressed in white. He is dressed in fur, and I just love him. He's got holly on his hat, and of course a reindeer here. If you know anybody that likes Rudolph or likes reindeer, they're going to love this book. Sometimes the other reindeer made a circle around Rudolph and sang, red nose, a funny sight, big as an apple and twice as bright. Poor Rudolph. Like I said, the story is intact. Rudolph heavy, friends. This one says Happy Holidays. Again, I put 2 of these elements in here for you just in case you want to create cards with them. This is a beautiful card. We're thinking 1940s on these. It's an angel and she's ringing a bell. And there's a church, there's a steeple here that has a clock on it. I love this. It's very, very vintage, very beautiful. Geneva Merrill is the name on it. We know Geneva from her collection of Get Well cards that we use in our flow journals. More tags for you to play with. Another gorgeous greeting card. This one says Seasons Greetings. This is a vintage greeting card. Little pockets for you to play with. This is a mini book. Maybe you want to make a to-do list for Christmas on this. The reindeer in Santa's team were very happy. They rubbed noses, they danced and clinked their antlers together. Even the reindeer who weren't chosen were given good jobs. One was to try out electric trains. Another was to cuddle Christmas kittens. Alright, that's like a dream job. Yeah, pay me to cuddle kittens. Or puppies. At last it was Christmas Eve. Santa's elves were busy packing the sleigh. I don't care if they do make fun of me, said Rudolph. I want to help too. There must be something I can do to help. And then, you know, the story tells about the fog, and Santa's elves are bumping into each other, and they can't see. And then, of course, Rudolph saves the day. Another vintage card. This one is signed Edna. I love the way this vintage card is signed. It's the Upmans of Ocean Park. It's like, the Upmans of Ocean Park. You know, we don't refer to ourselves like that anymore. I don't say the Brackets of Richmond, Virginia, or classic. I really love it. More things for you to play with. Stickers right here. And of course, there's our Rudolph saving the day. Pocket stickers, papers for you to play with right here. Tags to make. This vintage card is signed Betty and Al. Stickers in the back for you guys. This book will go in the shop a little later on today, and it is Wednesday. Now let's take a look. Sorry, a little fidgety on the closure there. But they're all like that, you guys. You know, when these closures, you just have to kind of lift up on them and then set the string under them. The next book is Santa's Toy Shop. Love the way this one came out. I love the red. I think it's so pretty. I finished it with a little gross green ribbon. I think that's what kind of ribbon it is. It is, of course, 2 sewn signatures. Let's take a look in here and see what we have. Santa's Toy Shop. Illustrations by the Walt Disney Studio. Adapted by Al Dempster. This is a brand new book written and illustrated by the Disney Studio, especially for Golden Books. We've got a copyright of 1950 right here. I am not seeing any other kind of date at all. I always think it's really interesting that the little golden books are prepared under the supervision of Mary Reed, Ph.D., formerly of Teachers College, Columbia University. So these books were overseen by, you know, people who were educators, and I love that. Way up north in the land of ice and snow stands a cozy little house, and beside the front door hangs a neat little sign, S-Claus, it says, because that's who lives there, Santa Claus. Mrs. Santa Claus lives there too, of course. She keeps house for Santa Claus and for all the elves who work in Santa's toy shop. And what a busy place that toy shop is. This is these 3-tier pockets. So you've got a tier here, a tier behind here, and places to stick stuff up here. So I love those pockets. Thank you, Deli Girl 1969. Those things are fantastic. This is an old Holly Hobby illustration. Beautiful glittery Santa Clauses, vintage greeting cards. So you've got vintage mixed in with ephemera, with, current things for you guys to play with. I love that Santa Claus. Is he not gorgeous? I'll let you in on a little secret, my friends. My daddy is one of the Santa Claus's helpers. That's right. Papers for you to play with, stickers, tags up here. This book talks about Santa being so busy, he keeps track of the good behavior of the girls and the boys. He takes Christmas cookies for Mrs. Santa Claus, but he never has time to play with toys. I'll take a day off soon, says Santa Claus, and play. But letters keep coming from boys and girls wanting talking dolls and cowboy boots, rocking horses, and fireman suits. I'm just too busy, Santa Claus sometimes says. I never have time to play with the toys. So we kind of start getting this sense of this book and where it's going to go, which I love because it's about play. It's about taking time to play. This is a door hanger and more tags for you guys to play with. Oh, Jumpin' Jack, says Santa Claus last Christmas Eve, as Mrs. Claus buttoned up his warm red coat. Now I have to give all these toys away, and I never will get to try any out. But Mrs. Claus whispered something into Santa's ear, and he left the house chuckling to himself. And again, we see that, look at that big pile of toys right there. Like that so much. And I thought these two images just went great together. This is a book image. This is an image from a gorgeous greeting card. Such a huge greeting card. It is, it's very heavy. I just think it's outstanding. A little angel with the dove of peace right there. This is an original envelope, original vintage greeting card right here. A little postcard, some tea-dyed papers to play with. More cards right here, more tags and ATCs and places for you to journal. There's just plenty to do in this book. The load grew lighter in the sleigh, and as they went, and at last Santa Claus was slipping down the chimney into his very last house. There he found a Christmas tree all set up, and he put the final touches on it and lit up the lights. And then he had a glass of cookies and milk, another pocket of goodies for you guys to play with right here. Then he unpacked the toys as he always does, but he did not hustle right away, not this time, no. He set up the new electric train and sent it speeding round the track and through the tunnel. He sent the model airplane spinning round the Christmas tree, and he built a whole village with Christmas blocks. He toasted one last cookie on the little toy stove, and he rocked the new baby doll fast asleep to the tune of the new music box. More papers for you to play with, vintage greeting cards. When Santa Claus had tried out every Christmas toy, back home he flew in his magical sleigh. He found Mrs. Santa Claus waiting, of course. Well, how did it go, my dear, she asked. Splendidly, chuckled Santa Claus. Never in all these years have I had such fun. I did as you suggested and stopped at the last house. And he whispered the children's names in her ear. Do you think he might pick your house to stop at this year? Isn't that just precious? A great story about working hard, not having a lot of time, but finally taking a few minutes to experience some joy. So what a great lesson in Santa's workshop. I truly love that. Just a little word about the binding here, you guys, about the closure. I did not tie these closures tight. I do not want to dent these beautiful original pages in these books. So you'll notice a very loose closure on these little golden books. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day. Remember, be like Santa and make some time to play. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.